Hey guys, it's going to be a super busy year this year. In March, I'm going to Las Cruces, New Mexico with a group. We're going to ride around, never been down there. It's going to be wonderful. I'm looking forward to it because it's just fun to go check out new areas. And then in April, I'm planning to go to Moab, maybe go through Montrose, maybe stop there or something. I don't know. I haven't worked out the details, or maybe stop in Fruta even. There's good riding there. I don't know. Haven't figured that far ahead. Don't know quite who I'm going with. Might be going with the brother-in-law. Might be it with some other people, and then might be maybe I'll just go if he can't go and with get a group. You can always find a group to go Moab or someplace. And I'll go back to Las Cruces, New Mexico is going to be awesome. We're staying at Airbnb. Gotta check that out. If you haven't done Airbnb or vacation rentals by owner, VRBO, I think it's called, then you need to, because the hotel was going to be like $233 for the 4 nights for just the 2 of us sharing a room, and it's in a Motel 6 that's been remodeled. And if you've been in the remodeled Motel 6, let me tell you, they are awful. Hardwood floors, no carpet, things just echo. The furniture looks like it's IKEA stuff. It's horrible. People say, well, it's just put my head down. To a certain extent, a hotel, and I agree, is just that. Place to fall asleep, right? Take a shower if it's clean. But can you sleep when it's echoey? Man, the stuff echoes around, and that's the number one complaint of these like new Motel 6s. I don't know what they're thinking. They're not doing the carpet probably because it's easier cleaning, better sanitization. I somewhat agree, but at the same time, the walls are so thin because these are still older hotels, or they could be built new, but they're kind of that old style, and just sound echoes around. It's awful. I've stayed at them. Don't like them. So I canceled that, and we got the Airbnb. The Airbnb is pretty slick. I've never done an Airbnb, and now we're up to like 4 or 5 people splitting that. The total is $503 for 4 nights, but split that among 4 or 5 people. Now you get what I mean. There's 3 bedrooms, and so somebody can sleep on the sofa. There's I think like a queen bed in one room, a queen bed in the other room, a twin bed, and a twin fold out type bed, a cot. So, and then somebody can sleep on the sofa. So it's a father-son can stay in that room, which we have one coming. And then I'll take probably the master bedroom. My buddy, the FLB club, will take the other bedroom. Seeing as I booked and I'm collecting money, I am taking the master. And then one guy said he's more than happy to sleep on the sofa. So he'll have the cheapest price. We're doing it by basically room, and then we still kind of have to figure out. But yeah, $503 for 4 nights, and we're in a house. And the owner was like, "Hey, do you happen to have any trailers coming with you?" Because I told him what was up, and I'm like, "Well, just one guy might bring a big trailer." But I said I looked on Street View before I booked, and it looked like there was parking on the rocks to the left of the house, possibly if that setup is the same as when the Street View photo was taken. And he goes, "Yeah, no problem. That's a perfect spot." So I'm tickled pink. Now there's a few weird rules. You have to buy. For some reason, the owner does not want us using the dishwasher. That is right on his site. Dishwasher. Apparently, a neighbor's dog can bark. Somebody had a complaint in the comments, and he must have added in there like, neighbor's dog might bark. Are you okay with that? And it's like, how bad can it be? I want to have earplugs. I want to still treat it like a hotel. So earplugs, maybe I'll bring my new wireless headphones, and that way I can just listen to music or radio on my phone or something while I'm laying in bed, if it's that bad, and just fall asleep to that. I can't imagine it's that bad all the time. Somebody probably just got unlucky or whatever. But a lot of these houses, you can find ones that are more like HOAs, because you can tell, because I looked everything up on like satellite view, street view, if I could, if it wasn't a newer neighborhood, it was on there. And They have pools, hot tubs, but it's like, wow, there's no parking, and this looks like an HOA. So yeah, if we have two vehicles, we can park in the driveway, no problem. Put the bikes in the garage, no problem. But we're not going to be able to park a vehicle on the street because they're probably going to have a fit about it because it's that type of neighborhood. So be careful there if you book one. Later in the year, to get it back to the trips, later in the year, we're going to go to, well, at least I'm going to probably go to an event in August, the beginning of August, for Rocky Mountain Adventure Riders. Then the big event is actually going to be trailtaker.com. We're having our rally in Silverton, Colorado. It's going to be an awesome time. Most people, when they come out to these events, will actually, even though the official event is those dates, the people will come out a week or 2 weeks prior, and they'll just ride around or stop in other areas and then show up to the event. Silverton's a very popular spot. You got Black Bear Pass, you got Imogene Pass, you got the Alpine Loop. Silverton is a OHV friendly town, so you can ride your side-by-side, your dirt bike around on certain streets and get right to some trails. Not too ideal for single track right out of town. I recommend having a plate. There's not a lot of single track, but there is single track around, and I probably will be going on some of that, and people are welcome to join me. Just safer in a few numbers. Obviously, we don't want 30 people on a trail. We probably keep it down to 6 or whatever. But, you know, we might do Hermosa Creek if that is open because of the fires last year were in that area. I'll have to call closer to the time and see if Hermosa Creek is open. I have an awesome loop that goes through there. We start on 550, we go down the $1 Million Highway, we get on Lime Creek Road. It's a good warm-up, great views. People can make sure the bikes are working, they're working, you know, everything's agreeing with everybody. And then we get to, I want to say it's like a Jeep road, and it turns into an ATV road, and it turns then at the top into single track. And it becomes smaller, and it's just steep. It's sustained steepness. People cannot believe how steep it is, and it has some ledges in there. As you're getting closer to the top, it gets harder and harder. And usually I end up hiking down and helping people, and then even from that hike down point, it's still a little ways up to get to the very top. Then we go down single track. So we'll be on that probably for a while, even with 6 people. I've never seen it unless everyone makes it all the way up. Usually I get up and I start hiking down. There's usually 1 or 2 other riders that get up fairly easy, and then it's helping people up. And we had a 690 the one year. He blew a corner and was off, and his bike had to be dragged back up to the top. And we called it the hottest corner in Colorado because no shade. The only corner with no shade. Sun beating on us. It was like 90 degrees standing there. It was awful. Terrible. But then you get up to the single track. The single track from this way is actually pretty flowy and easier, I find. I find it's easier the way we'll be going. So we'll flow really good. And then it eventually will turn into like pretty good exposure single track down to water. And yeah, you don't want to go off there. We've lost a rider one year off down the hillside, and luckily a guy had his ropes and block and tackle, believe it or not, in a backpack, and they dragged it up. And it's so narrow of an area. Me being the leader, once I get to the end and maybe a couple more people are with me, we're like, well, where's the group? Where's the group? And we're tired, so we're cooling off, and there's a waterfall. You're right by the water at this point, and you're cooling off, you're drinking, you're having a snack. Like, where are they? But you know, if you start going back, you know, now you have to do this, you know, a pro turn to get back around, because there's no pulling over. There is no pulling over for anyone. It's luckily we've never come across anyone but hikers, so that's good, because hikers can step off, you know, kind of up the hillside where we can scoot by. But yeah, it's not easy to go back. So you're like, well, it's a group, right? They'll eventually, somebody will come. and let us know if there's injury or something going on. And never had an injury, and usually it's fine. Just, oh, we had to drag the bike back up on the trail, or somebody fell down or whatever, and they're back, and then let them take a break, and we're the ones that have made it there first. We're all good and well and rested, which is fine. I let people take breaks, and then continue. And the poor sweep, because on my rides I'll usually, if it's, let's say 8 people show up, that's starting to become a pretty big group, be like, hey, who wants to be sweep? And you're going to be sweep. And if I know a person that's a good rider, hey, be sweep. And that way they're A, helping, and B, no one gets lost. And it's just good practice to have somebody back there that's being a sweep. But I nowadays try to keep the groups much smaller. I mean, I've been on rides where it's 30 people, and it's crazy. But it works, and it's a fun time, but it is crazy when you have that big of a group. And then another good single track is Pole Creek, so it'd be doing Pole Creek loop, which I have right from town. You can ride, and that one you can take your dirt bike without being plated, and you can ride and get to Pole Creek and do a nice big loop and come back into Silverton. So figure 80, 100 miles or so. Typical 110 miles. So you might have to pack a little extra fuel. And a person that, I've never had a problem with my 2-stroke gas, but a person that's like, I only get 30 miles or 40 miles, well, then run a smart car or bring a lot of extra fuel or have a big fuel tank or something. I take the gas. It's a little buzzy being on like the main road or the flat roads at the beginning, even going to Pole Creek. But you're thankful to have that type of bike when you get on the single track. Now, I've done it many times on the XR 650R, but it's a bigger bike and you're beat up a little bit more. It's harder to get through tight areas if trees are down. Just a little bit harder, but it is fun taking a more of a dual sport type group out too, and let them get their feet wet on the single track and can always turn around. And and there's nice lakes to see, great views. I said Black Bear. Black Bear is always a good one for the dual sport crowd. There's if you want to go over and go to hit Rico, you could do that single track. I was gonna do it the one year, but didn't. We did make it over, but we got lost and took us a while. It was awesome Jeep roads though. It was some fast roads. We were hauling butt, slick in spots because it had been raining. That's the thing. In a lot of these areas, when it rains, the trail becomes so super slick. You just will not believe how slick the trail is. And yeah, it's a good time. And these events are a good time. So we're thinking about charging maybe $100. You'll get a shirt. We're thinking a dinner, a breakfast, and maybe if we hit goals like 50 riders sign up, maybe we'll do another breakfast, or 100 riders sign up. Maybe we'll do another dinner or something. I don't know. We're going to treat everyone well. It's not about making money. It's actually just about bringing people together that want to ride and just have a good time, and you get the atmosphere of door prizes and all that. And although we won't be able to officially be like, hey, we're leading groups and these are the groups we're going to ride each day, blah blah blah, if I'm going out, you're welcome to join me. You're there to attend the event, and we will be respectful to keep the group size down, because I know how the Forest Service likes it. So we'll keep the group size down naturally for these groups that form, and that always happens at events. But you're on your own. If you want to ride by yourself, you can ride by yourself. You're going to have to at least be outgoing to approach somebody and be like, hey, where are you going? Oh, you're going to Black Bear? Can I join you? And I've never heard anyone getting turned down at an event like, nope, can't join us. I've never heard that at our events, at the events I've put on, at events I've been a part of. That's just I've never witnessed it. So it might happen, but it's definitely not the norm. And yeah, people are usually pretty open, like, yeah, join our group. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to meet over here at the gas station at 9 or at 10 or whatever it is, And you can drink, you can go town, Silverton, you just park your bike and camp and just walk to town. You're not driving anywhere. And yeah, we're going to see if we can get a big canopy, and people are going to cook their own steaks. It's going to be awesome. And yes, that's one of the meals we're planning, steak. So you're going to get a nice juicy steak. Getting door prizes from various companies. Rocky Mountain ATV Motorcycles won. I'm not sure about Trail Tech here, but IMS said they're in at least for something. And that's an AMA banner, and we will be AMA sanctioned. Basically means we have event insurance, nothing more than that, and they like to have their logo on stuff. That's basically all that means. But I have a whole list of companies that are said they're in. We'll see if that's true. I think Beta said they're in for stuff. I don't know. We'll see. They've donated before in the past and then not, and then it seems like they're going to donate to me again. So you never know. I always hit these companies up. That's basically the year in review. Outside of August, I don't know. Back to riding local, maybe summer riding local. Day trips, may do more day trips, may go Monarch Crest again, maybe, there's Swatch. I wouldn't mind going down there just for a night, or maybe camp or something and just ride around and come back the next day. And yeah, that's basically this year in review, 2019, our plans. Meeker Extremes plans, Trail Taker plans. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get out there and ride, guys. Hey, and I'll have the links in the description for the various events. Please check us out. Please check them out. And yeah, let's ride.